NFL for a lot of years. The crowd here in Carson might be half the size of a normal NFL stadium, but they are twice as loud as their Chargers get set to face off with Ryan Tannehill and the visiting Miami Dolphins. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things off.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
They go play action here on first down. Going deep for Benjamin. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
On second down, Rivers again. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Carry for Matt Forte. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Off play action, Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. That's Gray. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now, Sam. We got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Tannehill to Landry. Good for a Dolphin first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. Past the 20. A big play that time for the Dolphins. 42 yards. So he nearly took it. The distance gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
They'll try to run with Forte. And he pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. On the ground, Forte. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Matt Forte, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
To throw, Rivers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. It's a big one there for the Chargers. And even 40 yards. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Oh, nice move. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On third down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
A reminder, coming up tonight, Green Bay visits Atlanta. All sorts of storylines there. A playoff rematch, also the opening of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And then on Monday night, the Giants host the Lions.
So the Giants play on Sunday night and Monday night to open the season.
Yeah, 2 under the lights. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. On first down, this is Forte. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, and it's third down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Melvin Ingram in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Here we go on 4th. Tannehill into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Last year, the Chargers 5-11, so you wouldn't think that they would be tied for the league lead in interceptions, but they were, Charles, with 18.
And now they just need their offense, if they're going to do that again in 2017, to take advantage of and put more points on the board.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake here, Rivers.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got
his man complete. Touchdown, Benjamin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. The drive begins with a run by Forte. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Dolphins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now Benjamin. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Rivers now on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. 23 yards on the play. Remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Tannehill. Sets up the screen to Forte. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
They could not be more opposite in build, but coming into 2017, Matt Forte pretty much neck and neck with Darren Sproles for most receptions by a running back.
Yeah, both guys just over 500 into the year.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now a play fake here on first down. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So we come upon halftime with a tie score, 13-all. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. So it'll be first down here after the run. Shift together here from the D-line. A give. This is Forte. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 more there and another first down.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They go again with Oliver. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 3rd down, here's Williams. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. 2nd down, Rivers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And to give this time to the tailback. Uses the spin. Oh, and now he bowls him over. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. He's going to rifle one deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A pickup there of 37. Good enough for a Charger first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. That one goes for 24 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Sean McGrath, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Novak out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They start to drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's a big play there for Miami. 55 yards on the ground. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Forte with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. Gets past 1 man. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. The first down throw here for Rivers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Here's Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
And that's why you see so many teams play a 3-4 defense, because that set gives you a lot of flexibility about where to bring pressure from, and it's hard for an offense to pick it up. Left side, right side, up the middle, especially with some really flexible linebackers.
To throw on second down. Rivers looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They're still in search of the first down after that last completion. Play fake. Rivers. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. On now in a big spot in this ball game is the kicker, Nick Novak. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And Novak's kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
So now here come the Dolphins, and they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he spins past him and into space. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Again, it's Williams. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. The handoff goes to Gordon, running left. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And Novak's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Tannehill able to take off and pick up the 1st as well. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking.
Williams loses the football. Well, I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Brandon Oliver, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins can take the lead with the extra point. And it is good. So they take the lead, and now the pressure falls on their defense to try and hold on. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Chargers. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. Novak out now to kick this one away. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And he's brought down after a good game. And a nice gain of 21 yards. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a second down. Back to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. He's back to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Williams. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Something to think about with these Chargers. They had 4 losses a season ago when leading with 3 minutes or less.
So you think that their fans right now, they're hopeful, but not necessarily expecting it to go their way.
Yeah, not counting their chickens just yet. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. The Chargers on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the home team here, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.